Uh-oh, gotta sneeze. All right, so today it is shadow and schmooze time. I have been so excited to just sit down and schmooze it up with you guys. I have a whole shadow and schmooze playlist if you want to see my last one, but these are basically just where we talk about life updates, things going on, put makeup on my face, try out some new products, hang out, whatever. Obviously in a new filming setup too, so we'll get into that, but I have new lighting, have a whole new situation. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do while you're watching, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. I think that was my world's fastest intro. I only had to record that one time. All right, so I think my face is looking slightly orange because I have on a vitamin C serum right now. I've been trying the Drunk Elephant C Firm a Day serum. And I've also prepped my skin with the Bobbi Brown face base. I wanted to update you guys on this because I mentioned it like months ago when I first purchased it, and I feel like I haven't really updated you since. I like this. I don't think it's worth the price at all. I think you can definitely find other comparable things. It's not like life-changing under makeup in my opinion. So I basically am just trying to use it up now since I've already purchased this and I missed the return by date. It smells very like lemony. Almost smells like kitchen soap or something. I'm going to try out a new primer to me. I haven't tried this before. I've heard so much about this over the years, and this is just one of those products that I've never tried for whatever reason. Let's give this a shake. I love the glow that the C Firma gives you. It gives you that like glassy forehead kind of look, but it does make your face a little bit orange. Oh, this feels way more like moisturizer than I was picturing. I think I just got a lot. Oh, feels super soft. Oh, that looks actually pretty smoothing. Looks like it filled in my pores a little bit. My monitor is over here now, so if I'm looking over there, that's why. All right, let's get the foundation going, and then I'll tell you guys all about the new setup and everything. So for foundation, I'm going to mix my Lancome Renergy Lift in 140. This is too dark, but I love this one. It is light coverage, but it's buildable. This is like one of my go-to foundations. I'm going to mix it with Dermacol 208 to add some coverage and lighten it. And then we're trying out this foundation brush. I'm so excited to try this. This is by It Cosmetics. Look at how freaking cute. By the way, in this new lighting, don't you think you can see the products way better? Like, I feel like normally that would be like totally blown out, but you can actually read it. Wow, lighting, man. I might actually mix in the Urban Decay Drop Shot facial oil as well. This doesn't say anything on it, but it's basically just supposed to be like a foundation mixing oil. Okay, before we talk about the setup, I need to start from the beginning because this is going to make a lot more sense if I go in order. So basically, by the way, with Dermacol, you just need like a drop, and there are tons of fakes. So if you're ordering it on Amazon or eBay or whatever, just be careful. I'm also going to be trying a new powder that I think is going to be a little bit dark, so I'm going to mix this probably a tiny bit light. Okay, let's try just 2 drops maybe of the facial oil. Oh, it smells very herbal. This brush is so soft. It Cosmetics brushes are always hella soft. I believe this heart one is a limited edition. Those mixed together are looking really pretty. So I'm not sure when this video is going up because I still have some pre-filmed that are already like scheduled and stuff to go up. So basically, I was supposed to be in Portugal October 9th or 8th to the 23rd, something like that. And it was just gonna be a trip by myself. I was just going to go. I originally found like really cheap flights to Portugal, but then I ended up changing the date so much that like it just ended up being normal price flights, but then I just was going to Portugal. I have no idea why, but with this particular trip, I just had a weird feeling about it. That started a few days before I was planning on going, but I kept thinking that it was going to change and that I was going to get really excited because why would I not? Like I love traveling. I don't mind traveling alone. And it wasn't, but I was still like going through the motions and still doing everything. Like I was still packing. I was still 100% planning on going because I thought once I got there, everything would change and kind of like the gut feeling I had would go away. I'm just kind of building this up now. And I also thought I might be feeling like that because, side story, I started Aimovig, which is a migraine preventative shot that you give yourself once a month. You guys know I don't like to get into health stuff a whole lot because I don't want to deal with all the comments and suggestions about things that I've tried. I know a lot of people just try and help, but I've had these for so long, like literally 14, 15 years now. So I've tried pretty much everything. So it's just kind of frustrating when you get a ton of unsolicited advice about things that you've tried, or people tell you to put your feet in cold water or to pierce your ear. I can't deal with those comments. For concealer, I want to try the new Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer. I have like 3 shades here. There's a shade 00. Let's see how light this is. Whoa, that's like almost white. Okay, let's try 02B Marshmallow. But I did talk a little bit about going on Aimovig on Facebook and Twitter because it's a new drug. And if you guys also suffer from migraines, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're also a chronic migrainer who has tried everything, that there is a new drug out there, and they're doing like a free 12-month thing if your insurance doesn't cover it or if it's going through pre-auth, which mine was. It was taking forever ever since it launched, and they have this access cards. Ooh, what is happening? I'll leave the link down below. You still obviously need your neurologist to prescribe it. It's a shot, but you can get 12 months for free. I'm getting like no coverage, and that does not look good. Okay, I'm gonna go over it with my usual concealer. I'm just gonna do a combo of these two. I started that on October 1st. That's when I gave myself the shot. And I know a lot of you guys on Twitter and stuff wanted me to update you to see if it was working and stuff. So I'll definitely give you guys an update in a month or two. I don't feel like I really can yet. I don't want to bore all of you who don't have migraines or don't care about Aimovig, so just go on their website and read about it. But basically people have seen like insane results. So I'm just kind of going into it optimistic and hoping, you know, I would be so happy if my migraines went down by 1 per week. I usually take 5 Imitrex a week. This is all related to Portugal, by the way. I didn't just go off on a super long Aimovig tangent. There are some other drugs like Aimovig. Okay, we're gonna stop talking about drugs. This is gonna get demonetized and no one cares. But with that being said, so I started the drug on the 1st and I was supposed to leave on the 8th or 9th. I can't even remember, whatever that Monday was. If you're someone who has tried a lot of medications, you know that whenever you try a new one, you just never know how your body's going to react. And the thought of being across the world by myself after being on this new drug, when I get a bad one, I'm like puking for hours, need to go to the ER. To be by myself and on this new drug and like not knowing how my body is going to react was a little bit scary. So I think it was a combo of that, and then I also just had this really bad gut feeling about going to Portugal. I've traveled by myself a lot. I usually don't mind it at all. There was some feeling that I was getting where I just felt like it was a bad idea to go. I am super excited to try this. I don't know how I haven't tried this before, but this is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Airbrush Powder in Translucent. I don't remember on what video. I think it was actually a while ago, but some of you guys were saying that you think I should try this, that apparently it has really good coverage and it's just like a powder foundation. I think this is the right one. This is the lightest shade. Physicians Formula runs really dark usually with their powders. I like to just like press my powders into my skin rather than blending because it just lifts up the foundation underneath. I still don't really like to set the center at all because powder on my dry skin just does not look good there at all. But lately I've been going like around my temples. And then I just like to keep like right here really dewy. I feel like my base is looking pretty good right now. Where was I with all this? Yeah, so it's basically just a combo of those two things. I was fully packed, literally about to get an Uber. I was standing in my living room and I just had still such a bad feeling that I was just kind of waiting for the bad feeling to pass. I called my family, I was texting people about what to do, and everyone was just like, go with your gut. I'm gonna start out with this new Morphe Micro Brow Pencil. It's in the shade Java, and then I also have a new pomade from them, so I might add a little bit of this for some shape. I think this is the darkest color. It was kind of hard to tell. They all looked kind of similar in the little pencil. I've never had that happen, so I wasn't really sure what to do. I felt honestly really ridiculous, like canceling the trip that last minute. So that's what I ended up doing, and I feel so happy that I did that. Not only was I just like instantly relieved after that happened, but super weird because literally a few days later, when I would have been in Portugal at this point, I saw an article about the biggest storm coming through Portugal since like 1842 or something like that. It was supposed to be like this massive hurricane. Weird timing, man. I don't know. It actually, now that it's passed, it's a few days later. It's the 15th when I'm filming this. Hurricane has gone through, and thankfully it wasn't as horrible as everyone was kind of thinking it was going to be. But if you're in Lisbon, I hope your house and apartment and family and everyone is okay. Moral of the story, always go with your gut. Definitely will be going to Portugal at some point. Timing was just not right this time around, you know? So anyway, so I've been in Seattle and I've been enjoying fall things, been going to pumpkin patches, hanging out with people, and it's been really fun. I did a corn maze for the first time in my life, and that shit is no joke. I literally thought we were gonna be in and out in like 15 minutes, and it was gonna be like a cute little maze where you walk through some corn and then you're out. That is intense. Bob, you need a warning sign on your corn maze. We were in there for 2.5 hours. It was starting to get dark. The only reason why we made it out was because we realized that we had a map that was an actual map of the corn maze, or else we would have been in there literally all night. I want to know how many people they have to like rescue out of there at night. Now that I'm staying in Seattle for this month, I have family visiting, so that'll be exciting. And then my boyfriend and I are also renting a cabin in Rainier for a weekend. And I've never been to Rainier, actually. We're gonna just hike around and explore. By the way, this is the Flower Beauty trio thing. I've learned that the key with this is that it's all about the brush. Sometimes it can look really intense and like orangey. Like if I use my usual Wet n Wild contour brush with this, it is game over. It looks horrible. But if I use this Flower Beauty brush with it, which is just a little bit softer and bigger, it looks beautiful. So I've been reaching for this like almost every single day lately. So now we get into the lighting. So since I've been able to be in Seattle and I had stuff pre-filmed already, I had like 3 weeks worth of videos edited, filmed, everything. I basically just took a couple days off in Seattle, which felt really good because I never do that. I feel like even on the weekend, I'm usually doing some kind of work, so it just felt really nice to be able to do whatever and basically have like a staycation. I learned that I'm not very good at that because I think I made it like a day and a half before I felt like I needed to start working. I had a solid day, went shopping, got a new winter jacket, ate some good food, just had like a solo day around Seattle. And then one of the other days I went to Snoqualmie Falls, and that was really fun, just kind of like explored that area. And then I also, since I had everything done, had time to totally redo my filming room, finally, hence the new background and lighting and everything. So basically, I totally redid it. Obviously, we're on a white wall now. I have blackout curtains so that the whole reason why I couldn't film here before was because the window, so I would have like way too much light on this side of my face. So I got blackout curtains, hung those up, got new lighting, got a new desk, got like new reflectors. Literally everything is new and it should be. I hope it's really good quality now. I hope you guys can really like see the makeup now and it's not too blown out. I just wanted to get everything done so that finally I could feel like my videos were how I wanted them to look. It is so frustrating trying to figure out lighting. That aspect of YouTube has always been a challenge because it's literally just you like watching YouTube videos and playing around with stuff and trying to make it look as good as possible. We're gonna try out the Nikkietutorials Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. I haven't been a fan of the formula of the Master Chrome in the past, but this shade looks lighter, so we'll see how it is. So do let me know what you think of the lighting and the background and everything. Things will probably be changing a little bit just as I get, you know, everything like even more dialed in. I might add something in the background up there. I might switch it up a little bit, but for the most part, I hope this looks good to you guys now. When I edit stuff back, I always see, you know, things that you can't really see as you're filming. So there might be some adjustments coming, but it's always helpful to know your guys' feedback. And for my Foundation Friday videos, I am going to change the lens so it'll be like super up close. So hopefully you can really see what I'm seeing in real life. This actually isn't as intense as I was picturing. Doesn't look bad at all. I just don't know if I would reach for this over other highlighters. I'm actually going to add a little bit of ColourPop Flexitarian over top. I've been in love with this. I was watching Jordan, I think it's Jordan Wynn, yeah. I was watching one of her live streams. She used a Super Shock cheek. I'm not sure if she used Flexitarian, but she used one and she put it like right in the outer part of her eye right here and then brought it down. And I did this yesterday and it looked so pretty. I never bring my highlight over here at all. It's gonna look really intense for a second because I haven't blended blush over top yet, but it'll all blend together. But when I did this yesterday, it just looked unreal. I always thought that I wouldn't be able to put this formula on top of powder products because it would create that like weird texture, but it's more of like a powder almost that it works totally fine for me on top of powder products. Look at that. Oh, just adding whatever's left over on my finger to the tip of my nose. Okay, now we're gonna blend the blush in the Flower Beauty palette over top to blend everything together. And this blush is really intense, so you need like tiny little dab. It's weird because now I don't see anything in this room since it's blackout curtain, so I feel like it's just like a dungeon in this room. This room actually has one of my favorite views in my whole place, so it's a little bit sad that now I have to like black it out with curtains, but you know, it works. Fabulous. Thank you, hair. Honestly, the joy that good base gives me, like, I could just stop here. Then the weekend after the Rainier trip, I'm going to Portland and Oregon doing a little trip with some friends. Okay, so there are two new eyeshadow palettes here that I'm kind of debating between using. I used this one a couple days ago, and the colors I used so far I really liked. This is a new e.l.f. palette. It's called Opposites Attract. Went in with Happy, which you guys know I love these hideous mustard yellow kind of colors. I went in with Happy, this shade right here, that one, and I think I went in with that. Yeah, I went in with a little bit of that one too. They looked beautiful. I really loved the tone of this one. I haven't tried any of like the, you know, more intense shades yet or the shimmers, so I'm not sure how those are. Actually, let's just swatch a couple shimmers here. There are some of the shimmers. And then the other new palette that I really want to try is the Morphe 35M. The greens in here just like really speak to me. Like, oh, all of these. This whole square right here, ooh, those are so friggin' pretty. So I think I'm gonna do something with this because I'm just like very drawn to this right now. I think I want to do a super green look. I might even use this like shimmery green shade. So I'm gonna start out with this green right here, and I'm gonna put that into the crease. Yes, 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 yes. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about my skin and what I've been using and stuff, so let me know if you guys would want to see an updated skincare routine. Not a whole lot has changed, but I have been incorporating some different products in. Still my holy grail, like if I could recommend one thing, the Ordinary Rosehip Oil, I cannot live without. It has literally changed my skin texture, my scarring. For those of you who are new here, I was on Accutane. I used to have cystic acne for years. I have a little Accutane playlist. I get asked on the daily about how I cleared my skin up, and it is 100% Accutane. I had tried everything else. I have a whole acne story video where I talk all about the things I've tried in the past and why I ultimately ended up going on Accutane. So I'll link that playlist down below because it literally explains everything. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. I documented every step of that too. I talked about any side effects I was experiencing, what products I was using while I was on Accutane. Ooh, this shade is super pretty. Wow, I like match my plants right now. There's a few different shimmery green options in here, which is cool because I feel like I don't really have any other palettes that have shimmery greens. There's a lot of like matte greens coming out lately. This one's almost more of like a goldy green, which I think would be really pretty. This one also looks pretty. Let's see. That was a weird, ooh, that has like a gold undertone to it. That has a little bit more like apple green in it than I want though, I think. Let's see this one. I'm swatching this with my bad hand right now. Oh, that's like very yellow gold actually. Oh, that one's pretty. I think I'm gonna do that one and then put like a lighter shimmer. I'm gonna spray my brush with that. So pretty. I don't even know if I want to put anything lighter on top of that. That's super pretty. I'm going to put something light right on the inner corner. The inner corner, I'm actually going to go back in Flexitarian, the highlight, and just pop that right there. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take this brown shade. By the way, my nails, I tried this new, well, it's not new, new to me. I think it's called the S&S powder. It's basically like acrylic, like I don't have any tips on here. These are my real nails, but they put like almost acrylic powder on top. So it looks like I have like acrylic nails on. These are just my real nails with powder, and then they did this like ombre kind of thing on it, and it feels really nice and like thick. Like I feel like I have acrylics on. The only thing is they put a clear shellac top coat over top that has been like peeling off, so I don't know if the shellac doesn't want to stick to the powder or what, but I just like painted my own top coat over top because it was kind of coming off a little bit. Finally got my remote working again too. For the last few months since I moved, I've literally had to get up, go around my camera, and press record every time it turns off every like 20 minutes, so yay for a remote. The little things in life. Now I'm going to deepen that up with a little bit darker of a brown. This is just the dark brown right next to that shade I just used, and I'm just going to press that right against my lash line. Blend that out. I think I want a little pop of shimmery green like right there. So I'm going to take that one that looked almost like a gold. Sweet. I'm just gonna use my same flat liner brush and take the black shade in here. I'm always curious about blacks in palettes because that like makes or breaks it for me. If there's a really bomb black in a palette, I feel like I'm way more inclined to like bring it traveling and stuff. Let's smudge that. Oh yeah, that's a good one. It's a very black. Almost looks like a liner. I'm gonna go back in with this brush. This is the Sedona Lace 904. Blend. So I think I mentioned this in, might have been the last Shadow and Schmooze, but I've been working on switching over my merch. If you guys saw, I closed my Teespring shop. I mentioned that on Twitter because I wanted to find a new merch platform. I want really good quality merch, and I want stuff that washes really well, and I just want to have, Teespring just wasn't working out for a few different reasons, and also with the next 15 days of foundation coming up, I just wanted something that we would have a lot more options for different products, and that's something that Teespring couldn't do. So I found a company. I was debating between two for a long time. I got samples, I washed all of them, I wore all of them, and I've decided on one that I'm super happy with, and I think you guys are gonna love the quality of. And so that has been something I've been working on, just new designs for my own merch, but then also the next 15 days of foundation stuff, which will be in 2019. So it'll be after the new year. not too far after, but it will be after the new year. We're already starting full on working on everything though. I start pre-filming for those in December. It's coming up. It's actually going to come up really soon. We are all hoping that it'll be a lot easier on everyone this year since we already have like the landing page and stuff done. That was a huge chunk of time last time, but that stuff is all already figured out because we did that last time around. So we're hoping that like all those small things that took so long will be easier on everyone, and we're also getting a little bit extra help some other aspects of it that we couldn't get to last time around because we just did not have the time and resources. So I think it's going to be a really exciting round this time. Last time around you guys raised over $21,000. Tampax donated 17,000 boxes of tampons. So we're gonna see if we can top it this year. These are some intense lashes, dude. These are the Kiss Gala lashes. Okay, these are still drying down, but because these are pretty intense, obviously, and it kind of goes from like nothing to lash right here, go over the lash band with my liner and also bring it in a little bit. By the way, I don't think I gave my thoughts on the eyebrow products. The color for me is a little bit too gray. I think I might actually go over my brows with some Milk Makeup brow gel. Just add some brown in there. But the pencil and stuff were fine. I actually like this one better. I've been really liking the Joa eyebrow pencil that I showed in that video where I tried out a ton of Joa CVS makeup products. Uh-oh, gotta sneeze. Oh, that's the worst. Please don't transfer. Ooh, thank you, Wet n Wild. Okay, I'm gonna take my Milk Makeup brow gel just to add a little bit of brown in there so it's not as gray looking. So for lipstick, I'm going to try this shade, I think. This is by NARS. It's Santo Domingo. Oh, it's pretty pink. This is definitely more pink than I want. I could layer this MAC Polar Fleece. Actually, let me just try that real quick on a little bit right here to see if it lightens it enough before I do my whole lip. Oh, whoa. That was not what I was expecting. Okay, I'm looking a little bit like a watermelon right now. I'm gonna wipe that off. This one never does me wrong, so we're gonna go in with AOA Fleek. This is $1. There we go. I'm tempted to try that MAC one on top of here just to see if it looks totally different. Let's do it. Okay, still looks pretty purpley, but I like it a lot better layered on here. Okay, that's pretty. Alright, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this Shadow and Schmooze. I always list everything on my face that I tried out down below in the description box and random things I talk about. I also have a bunch of other Shadow and Schmoozes, so if you want to watch any others, they're all in a playlist down below. It's good to kind of like go in order. I usually talk about things that I talk about in the last one, you know. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. It helps me out and I do really appreciate it. Anytime you guys comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, it helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. And make sure you do turn on the bell too, because YouTube, like usual, has been weird with putting things in subscription boxes. So make sure you have the bell on so that it sends a little push notification to your phone every time I upload. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye. So leave my last Shadow and Schmooze down there, and oh my gosh, how many times did I just try and say that?